call him Coach Z. If you're watching on YouTube, you will see him in the bottom corner, and if you're listening on the podcast, you'll hear his voice. So,
can we get like a little more background on you and your sports history?
Yes.
My sports history. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, so ever since I was so you'll start from the very, very beginning here for you guys, so you get a little background. So my dad was in the Army. I have two older brothers. My oldest brother at the time, I was actually born in Shape, Belgium, on a military base. And that same year, my oldest brother was playing Little League. And in the region where you guys would come to know as the like, I guess what they call it, the African, Middle East, whatever region, coming from Europe there in Little League. Well, his team made it, but my dad was moving from Belgium, so my brother wasn't able to go. So my oldest brother was the first person to really play baseball. And then after we moved, my dad went from there to Okinawa, Japan, which ironically is where my mom's from. So my cousins, all my age, all Japanese, fluent Japanese speaking, everything. We know how big baseball's in Japan.
Yeah.
I spent the weekends with my cousins, and all we did all weekend was play baseball. So ever since I was like 5, probably from like 5 years old to when we finally moved back to the States when I was 7, every weekend I was there running around playing baseball with my cousins. So that's when I first really fell in love with it. And then when we moved to the States, my dad was stationed in New Cumberland outside of Harrisburg there as his final stop. And my elementary school, this is back in the day when they allowed announcements for baseball signups and sports signups. They had a flyer in the office of the local Little League team. And at the time it was New Cumberland Little League. And I took the flyer home and said to my dad, I said, hey, I actually want to play in the sport. And I will have to tell you, I'll never forget this. I don't think I ever saw him move at as fast as that in a long time. So ever since then, I mean, from 8 until, gosh, even now to this day, baseball's been in my blood as far as that goes. So, I played through Little League. And then as I got older, they had Teener Ball, which around here is what you guys would probably call is a 13U to 14U, if you will. And then after that, you get into high school, then you have high school ball. Actually my first year that I tried out for the team, I got cut for the coaches. The JV coach's son was also playing third base. But that's okay. There was a lot of, he actually called my dad to tell my dad that I had too much bat speed, which, we all knew was a farce, but it's okay. Those things happen. So I actually, that summer, I winded up the head coach of back in the day when they had Legion ball. I played on the Legion team, and ironically, I actually started over all the varsity players that were on the high school team. So I guess you can say is from that point forward, I was the guy that people kind of scratched their heads about. So, went through high school, played baseball. Actually, between my junior and senior years, I decided that it would be a great idea to get into shape for baseball to try wrestling. And I will tell you, boy, was I in shape, but that was something that I will never forget or probably nor recommend again. that was an interesting choice and a tough choice. But so when I graduated high school, I didn't go to college right away because tragically my father passed away of a heart attack right after I graduated that summer. So I waited a little bit, helped my mom out, and then then walked on to Cleveland State University. I was an older player. Walked on, tried out. They put me on the fall squad. and then I slid headfirst into second base and basically dislocated my shoulder, and they said, sorry, there's other people behind you, and that was that. So came back. I actually started at that point was playing in a men's league in York, Wood Bat League, during the summer, and then I was at the same time I was also giving lessons and coaching for Carmen Fusco Baseball Academy. And for you guys who are not familiar with Carmen Fusco was the GM of the Mets when they won the World Series. So he knew me when I was a little boy. Kind of followed me when we were moving up, and he asked me to come up and help. And so I was coaching with him a little bit, giving lessons, and then a few years later, met my lovely wife, moved to Lancaster County, came into her son's life, Carter, and, took him in as my own. And then he wanted to play baseball when he was 8 and started with HYA and coached him from this point forward until through 14U. So, so I would say primarily a lot of baseball through my life. And even in the off season, I was always doing something baseball oriented. A lot of backstory there.
Yeah.
That was great.
Nice.
It was awesome.
I never knew that about you, so that's something new.
Exactly.
I've known you for a while now, and I just learned a lot that I never knew.
Exactly.
Crazy.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There's a lot of knowledge behind that brain.
So you said you were born in Belgium, right?
I was.
So do you have a Belgian citizenship?
There? Good waffles in Belgium?
Like French fries in France.
Yeah. So the answer is no, I don't have dual citizenship. Essentially what it is my birth certificate says I was birthed, United States citizen, birthed abroad, because I was born on a military installation. And so when you're born on military base or installation, it's basically considered U.S. soil. So technically, no.
So you said that baseball's been there throughout your life. Like, I mean, you've been been around baseball for like a long time. But right now with the coronavirus, like, how are you dealing with that? With no baseball, like, how does it feel?
It's surreal. I mean, I think, I'm a sports guy in general. I love sports, so when you look at baseball, or any sport in general, I mean, there's a lot of things there that I think, people are missed and probably don't take for granted anymore. It's very odd to go through this time of year and not see any games of any sort, and, I do think it'll come back. I think it's going to be different this season than it's ever been. And I just hope that, when you read commentary from other people about what potential changes are, and some of the negative comments about it, it's like, it's better than nothing, and I think everyone has to keep in mind safety first. So as much as I miss it, as much as I would love to turn on the TV and watch a game, any game at this point, really, I think the safety and the health of the players and everyone that's involved is more important. So, at first I'll be honest, I was like, oh man, this stinks. Like, you can't, like there's nothing on TV. Like, how's there an ESPN without, sports?
Yeah.
So, I love the sport. I know it's a sport that will never go away necessarily. It'll be back, and I'd like to think, I think there'll be a little more appreciation there. And I think that goes for any sport, really.
Yeah. I mean, you think about like the legacy of baseball, like it's been around in the States for like forever. Like the NBA, NFL, it's like those are more new, but baseball, it's like crazy.
Baseball's America's pastime. I mean, that's what it's always referred to as, America's pastime.
No.
Well, I mean, when you think of Ted Williams, right? Just use him as an example. I mean, the guy was playing baseball, got drafted, right, for World War, and then came back and played baseball. So I mean, I think sports in general, when you look at baseball specifically, there's something about sports and the relationships and the familyness of sports that will make it stronger once this does pass, because it will pass. It absolutely will pass, and it's just a matter of time. So I think I'm hopeful that, you know, our country and you know, some of the diehard sports fans will be more positive about whatever potential changes they would have to make just for this season, just so that, you know, players can get on the field, back on the courts, whatever it might be, you know.
As long as we can have something, we'll take it.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
So with the lack of sports, like we were saying, a lot of the sports networks have basically just reverted to playing reruns of old games. Has there been like a classic watch that brought back certain memories?
So it's really interesting. So one of my, I guess, bucket list items is to go to the actual home run derby, you know, for the All-Star weekend, because I think that's just so cool. So the other week, ESPN was showing, I think it was on ESPN2 actually, was the like a kind of like a mini marathon of the like mid to late 90s home run derbies. And I remember them as a kid, you know. So like, you know, when Frank Thomas hit the upper deck on old Three Rivers Stadium, you know, and that's a shot because that thing was really tall, you know. So that was cool to watch. And, you know, things you know about, like when you read it, but then when you see it again, just, you know, it was a cool feeling. And of course, you know, I think about 2.5 weeks ago, FS1 or something like that, or Fox Sports, was playing arguably, you know, what I think is the best Game 7 of any World Series ever, is when the Cubs finally broke the 108-year drought and beat the Indians.
Yeah.
They were playing that on Fox Sports, and, you know, believe it was so funny because I was watching it, and good old Mrs. Coach Z was, I was making commentary, and she's like, you know what's going to happen. And I'm like, I know, but it doesn't matter. I'm still going to make commentary about how I felt at that moment.
That's like me rewatching the Eagles Super Bowl game.
Yeah.
I rewatched that game so many times. I'm just like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
But it's cool, you know. So I mean, there was a lot of good memories there. I'm actually really excited for because I'm a Chicago sports fan, Chicago Bears, because my dad is originally from Chicago. So Chicago Cubs, Chicago Bulls, Chicago Bears. I'm really excited that they're coming up with the ESPN's going to release I think it's on the 19th of April, the Last Dance series with Michael Jordan and the Bulls.
Oh yeah. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I'm really pumped for that. Like that, because that brings back, that was when the Bulls won. It was their first three-peat. When they won, that was the first time I earned the right to have a TV in my bedroom, and I had it on. I had the game on, and it was you know, I'm a young guy. You know, you have to go to bed, right? Parents say, hey, this is your bedtime. Well, I had the game on, and my dad came in and was like, hey, it's time to go to bed. He knows I had the game on. He actually sat on my bed with me and watched the entire rest of the game to watch them win. So I'm really excited for that. I think that will be good. But I mean, again, you know, I hope that watching these old games, you know, especially like you said, watching the Eagles win the Super Bowl again, you know, it's like, I think hopefully there's a little more appreciation, you know, from, you know, we don't take things for granted, especially in the sports world. I mean, in life in general, of course, you know, but, you know, it could be gone, you know, you know, in a second. You know, if you think of how it all went down, you know, Rudy Gobert gets sick, you know, and then all of a sudden, you know, they cancel that NBA basketball game. The next day, everything gets shut down, just like that. So, I mean, yeah, but it's awesome. Those are some good feelings.
Chicago was a perfect transition to what we had next. So we
I was just about to say, you want to jump into the game?
Yeah, every episode we play this game. We don't really have a great name for it. I think we call it like "What's Your Number?" Where we found out that Parker and Luke have no idea what numbers professional athletes wear.
Mm.
It's just me asking them, and they didn't know Patrick Mahomes' number. It's really bad.
Okay, you don't have to tell him everybody that we didn't know, okay?
was
If
just
he wants to
fine.
know, he can go back. If he wants to know, he can go back and watch those episodes.
There you go. Good promo, Luke. Fantastic. So I have the Chicago Cubs roster from last year, and we're gonna see how well
Last year.
you know their numbers.
Okay.
All right, so we'll start out easy. Chris Bryant.
17.
That is correct. Javier Baez.
9.
Yep. Jason Hayward.
22.
Yes. Albert Almora.
He's a single digit. I want to say 8.
5.
No, yeah, I know he's a single. Actually, 8's Ian Happ.
Yes. Yep.
Huh. Jeez.
Kyle
How do you know
Schwarber.
this?
Schwarby's 12.
Yep. Yu Darvish.
Oh, you Darvish, that's a good one. $20-something. No. 40-something, I think. I'm going to go with 26.
11.
Oh.
That's awful.
Hey, you're doing better than me and Parker would do.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say the standard isn't very high here, so
Oh yeah, I think you've just gotten more than both of us combined in all our previous episodes.
yes,
So
it's really
Completely
bad.
agree.
Another pitcher, John Lester.
I think he's, oh my gosh. He's in the 40s. That one I don't remember.
He's number 34.
34. I wanted to say 43. See? Yeah.
wait, Owen,
Yeah.
list some numbers and see if you can get the player.
Oh, the like reverse. Okay.
Yeah.
Who wears number 40?
That's Wilson Contreras.
Yep. Number 13.
13. Last year's 13. My gosh, I'm going to be mad if I don't remember this. Oh,
He had
I
one
don't.
of the best Cubs moments. I think it was 20.
Oh, Bodie.
Yeah. Yep. Walk-off grand slam.
Yeah.
Okay, one more. Number 62. I'll be very impressed if you get this one.
Last year's. That one I don't remember.
Jose Quintana. That one.
Oh, that's right.
Amazing if you got it.
Yeah, he's got
Well,
a weird number.
Yeah.
I think you had like a 70% clip or something. That's what it seemed like.
That
to
was
me.
that
That's
was
pretty
really
impressive.
impressive. Yeah.
I was.
Well, so I know Owen and Luke are probably familiar with this. Probably not so much you, Parker, but it's interesting because see, like in coaching these two guys, which I've coached both of them, I associate the number first to the name.
Yeah.
So number then name, not name then number.
Okay.
Because that's how
Okay.
that's how you write. That's how I do the lineups. I do number then name. So like their
Yeah,
number
yeah.
first, then like on a lineup card. So
That makes sense.
So I
Yeah,
can help you feel a little
I'm
better
so bad
about
with
this
it.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
now,
I just don't look at. I know players' names. I just don't look at their numbers. So
well, I mean,
I'm so bad.
so I see you have the 76ers background, right? Did they run you through that?
Yeah, he did not know.
Have
He
you-
knew he got I think Embiid right, and that was it.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
no.
I could see it.
He didn't know Michael Jordan's number, and that was when I was like, all right, we can ask him any player, and he won't know.
No, I knew Michael Jordan's
You did
number.
not.
23. It's
You
23.
didn't know. Oh, sorry.
How
Was
many
it
numbers did he
LeBron? It was
have?
LeBron or Jordan that you didn't know.
No.
It was
I
one of
knew.
those
I know
two.
them.
It definitely was
I
one of
know
those two.
What was
they're the
Michael
same
Jordan's
number.
second number?
Was it 12?
45.
Oh, I knew that. I knew
Not even
that.
close.
I
I mean,
was-
I didn't know it, but not
Sure
I
even
was
you did,
only
Parker.
like, I was like 33 off. I was
so close. So close.
Here you go. Here you go. What baseball team did Michael Jordan play for?
Oh, wait. The Cubs, right?
Close.
Close. The other one.
the White
The
Sox.
Chicago.
Oh,
yeah.
the White Sox. Oh, man.
Michael Jordan's not a
was
good
close.
baseball
I
player.
know I know what basketball teams he played for, but you should ask that question.
Okay, shoot. There's only two.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Bulls and the Wizards.
Yeah. The Wizards was a weird thing. That was a very
Yeah,
odd
that was really weird.
Yeah. It's like Tom Brady with the Bucks. It doesn't look.
But
Not right.
you don't know if Tom Brady's gonna be good or bad yet. So
Well,
True.
there's got
It was pretty bad.
to be some. My prediction is there's some secrets going on down there at the Bucks that people don't know about as far as them trying to get certain players. I bet. Watch.
Ooh, conspiracy theories.
conspiracy theories.
Because there's no. I mean, think about it. Tom Brady doesn't want to go somewhere and lose.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way. There's no way for that.
Mm-mm.
They were like I
That
think
or
they
they
were 7-9 or
blackmailed him.
9-7 last year. So adding Brady
Yeah,
will probably get them to the playoffs just if they don't even add anyone else.
that's true.
Yeah, he probably has a plan. You know.
Always. There's always a plan.
Have you guys watched the Ocho yet?
No,
No,
Oh,
I
I
haven't.
haven't.
man. Oh, you guys are missing out.
I gotta watch it.
I've seen highlights
dude,
of
it's
the
like-
slippery stairs. That seems pretty fun.
Well, the juggling dodgeball is pretty awesome too. That's mildly entertaining. Something I feel like Luke should come over here and we should try.
Oh,
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Luke can juggle. Luke can juggle.
Yeah, no, he can. So what it is so they actually it's like regular dodgeball, right?
Uh-huh.
And how you win is you gotta hit the person that's juggling or make them like drop whatever they're juggling. So the whole team like surrounds them with like. You just have to listen. Go on YouTube and find the Ocho. You'll find all kinds of funny stuff.
Yeah.
It's an ESPN thing. I think like a couple
Yeah.
Sundays ago they had an all-day marathon of the Ocho.
mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
They're
It's like
in
the most
emergency mode
obscure-
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
They're
turned on
desperate.
SportsCenter the other day. Like, what are they even showing? And I was like, oh,
That's fun.
They'll show
No.
whatever they can find at this point.
I'm with you there. I think they were showing like soccer from Belarus or something.
Belarus is playing
There
soccer.
better be a really good goal in there.
Yeah, it literally looked like somebody was filming it like the Hempfield High School soccer field, like a bunch of like. And I was like, wow, this is awesome.
They're, like,
I mean, it's
the
cool
only
to
person there in the
sometimes see
stands.
Yeah, it's like the top 10 plays. The top 10 plays are like all from the same game.
things.
Or they're either all from that game or the Ocho. Those are their two options.
Oh gosh, I know. There's
Yeah,
some
like,
weird.
what happened to like Sports Center top 10? Like, what are they gonna
Yeah.
show?
Exactly.
Like top 10,
Oh.
like top 10 at home, like trick shots or something.
So what do you guys know about Bo Jackson?
He was a beast
He
at
He
a
was good
bunch
at
of
sports.
Yeah.
You guys should watch the 30 for 30 on Bo Jackson. It was on last night. It's phenomenal.
Is it good?
It's great. He's a good dude. I mean,
Phenomenal.
the guy's a good dude.
Well, I mean,
So
he's
just from a sports standpoint, it's just good stuff.
okay. I mean, it
He
sounds
should've
like
played
it'd
so
be
much
really
longer.
good.
So, but a lot more fodder than you guys expected from me, right?
Yes,
that
it
was good. I thought that was really
It's
good.
very,
Yeah.
very, very good.
Less
Listen,
talking
I
that
get
we
it.
have to do, the much easier it is. So good.
That's half the fun.
Yeah.
I know it is. I like talking. Talking's fun.
Is that a giant Cubs ring?
Wow,
That is awesome.
that is large.
Whoa.
It's a paperweight.
I think it's fake. Oh,
Oh,
damn.
it's,
It's just a
Wait.
paperweight. I mean, I could walk around with it. It would
You
just take 2
should.
fingers.
That's sick. Wait, so
Nice.
did you get that when they won the World Series? Like, did they give
Yeah.
it to you?
No, I bought it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I bought it because I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. It's a paperweight.
Wait, it's as light as paper?
No,
No,
Parker,
it
a
holds
paperweight,
down.
it,
It, like,
it
holds paper down.
paper.
Oh, that makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah.
I was confused.
I think when I go make the essential run for groceries, I'll wear it and see what people think.
Yeah.
No,
You
that's
might
mine.
get some weird looks.
I don't know. I tried to get Mr. Coach C to make a Cubs mask for me,
Oh,
but
That's
there's
awesome.
something wrong. She only has Eagles fabric and Phillies fabric and Penn State fabric.
The better
Perfect.
teams, you mean?
Oh yeah, well, I mean, up for debate.
Yeah.
We'll see.
You did an amazing job.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was the best interview we've had.
No,
Yeah.
no worries. I'm glad to help you guys out.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I think Parker needs to change his background.
Oh, he had to take a parting shot. Wow.
No, I'm kidding.
My background was going to be Bryce
Listen.
Harper next to me, but I don't have a green screen. Yes!
Just kidding.
Oh my god.
That was awesome. So I'll leave you guys with this last opinion question: would the Lakers have won the NBA championship?
No.
I'm only saying
I
that
think the
because when
Clippers.
Parker and I did our basketball predictions, he picked Clippers and I picked the Lakers. So I have to say
I still think the Clippers are winning. I still think the
Yeah.
Clippers.
it would have been the
I
Lakers.
still think they would have won. They were
Do you think
preparing.
Do you think the NBA will start again?
I
I don't-
think if
think
anybody's
so.
equipped to start again, the NBA is the most creative. They'll figure something out, even if it's just playoffs.
Yeah.
I think they're canceling it. I think because they can be ready for next season to start like on time. If they push everything back, then like next season could get messed up. So
I think
don't know.
this is gonna drag out too long. I don't think they're gonna resume. I think they're just gonna call it.
yeah,
Well,
I
yeah.
mean-
Part of the challenge you have too is the NHL uses practically the same stadiums as
Yeah.
a lot of the NBA teams too. So it'll be interesting
Yeah.
to see what they both decide to do. I think it's going to come to a point where, I mean, I guess really, they were about 70% of the way through anyway, weren't they?
yeah. I
They
mean,
had, like a month left?
yeah. Well, it's a month from today is when it got stopped, and there's still. It would have been one more week of regular season before the playoffs. So
Yeah.
Well, maybe there's an opportunity.
yeah,
They'll have to
So-
play with nobody in the stands. That's how that's going to be, which is tough. I get it as a pro player.
yeah.
That's why, how do you play at a certain level when you don't have people like cheering for you?
Yeah. It's weird.
That'd be odd. It'd be weird to watch.
hmm
But anyways, all right, gents.
All right.
Thank you for
you.
the invite. I
Yeah.
appreciate
Yeah.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for coming.
Thank you
Problem.
for coming on.
And we will talk again soon.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Sweet.
See ya.
All right, see you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
So first headline, the XFL is not officially, but we're pretty sure the XFL is dead. They don't have plans for next season, and we're pretty sure that the lack of money is going to end up killing the XFL for good. So it was a good run.
That was long lived.
Show embrace the XFL. Do you guys have any final thoughts on the XFL from its tenure?
Well,
My team
We knew
is
it was
terrible,
not gonna
so I'm
work.
okay with it.
I
Good
just
point.
knew it was gonna fail. I could just tell. All right. Next.
I don't think I ever heard you say that before, but okay. All right, and then our other headline that we have is the Tampa Bay Bucks got new jerseys, and the Atlanta Falcons followed the day after with releasing their new jerseys. Personally, the Bucks ones were kind of boring because they basically just redid their old ones from like the mid 2000s. I like the Falcons ones. It
I was-
would have
I was
been
gonna say
amazing,
something
except
similar.
I didn't like the font of the numbers on the jersey. That kind of ruined it for me. But I like the concept. They have like 8 different combinations. I like that. I liked the design, and my favorite part is the matte helmet. It's not like smooth and shiny. It's matte. I much prefer matte. I think more teams should do that.
I kind of didn't like any of them. Like, it just looked weird. The Falcons jerseys and the Bucks jerseys. I don't know. It's just kind of like boring.
didn't- yeah.
So
I
like,
didn't like.
I
I
feel
didn't
like
like the. Are you gonna finish or no?
Chemistry here.
no,
I
I'm
mean,
not finishing.
I feel like. I mean, I feel like that's what you're like.
Okay, I'm sorry. But my opinion is that the Bucks jerseys and the Falcons jerseys are not the best. And I feel, in my opinion, that the teams have too much time on their hands and their graphic design people just don't know what to do and they
It's
want to get
Nike.
paid, so they're just designing new jerseys. That's my theory.
I know Nike did the Falcons. I don't know if Nike did the Bucks.
Yeah, see,
I would
Nike,
kind of.
they had to shut down all their stores, so like they go in and they start designing some jerseys, got to make the money.
I'm on the same boat as Owen. I don't like the Bucks jerseys, but I like the Falcons jerseys.
Yeah.
I mean,
All
you guys
right.
kind of said it all,
was
so
the
there's not
chrome
much for
helmets.
me
I
to say.
love
But
the chrome helmets. The chrome. Why the face
Google
matte?
Chrome.
The
Google
matte
Chrome.
helmets.
shut up, Parker.
Matte helmets.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so let's get into debut or false.
All right. Who wants?
Who should go first? Who shall go
I'll
first?
go first.
All right.
Donovan McNabb. I'm doing all Eagles legends, okay?
Ooh. All right.
But some of them are current Eagles legends, some of them are past Eagles legends.
Mhm.
This is obviously past Eagles legend. Donovan McNabb, 2000. True
False.
or false?
False. False.
Okay, it is false. Do you guys have a guess on the date?
99.
Yep,
I was gonna say
99.
I thought it debuted later, but it's okay. I was gonna say 01 or 02, but it's okay.
All right. Randall Cunningham, 1985.
Debut.
Yeah, debut.
Okay, you're both right again. I'm proud of you guys so far, knowing your Eagles stuff. Okay, Jason Peters, 2006.
Debut.
False. I think it was 2005.
Okay, it is false, but it was 2004
Oh wow.
with the Buffalo Bills,
Jason
2004.
Peters is old.
Yeah,
Yes, he is.
real old.
He's an old man.
So-
He debuted the same year that Parker and I were born.
Yeah, and he's still in the league. Holy cow. So Luke's 2-1, Owen's 3-0. Going to the last question. Fletcher Cox, 2012.
Debut.
False.
It is his debut.
Yes. Redemption from last week when I went 0-4.
Yep. Owen, good
500.
work. You know all Eagles legends when they debuted. Luke, you did good on the first two.
I did.
All right, who's next?
I can go.
Owen, you can go.
Players from what?
You're up, Owen.
I have players from the 2 teams that got new jerseys. So Matt Ryan.
Okay, Matt Ryan.
We need a date.
Oh yeah. Matt Ryan, 2008.
Debut.
2008. He seems so young. And that's like 12 years. I'm saying false.
That was his debut, 2008.
Oh, for what team? The Falcons?
The Falcons, yeah.
Oh my, he is so old. But he looks good, though. He looks good for old.
I feel like most quarterbacks age pretty well.
Yeah.
Jones, 2012.
Oh, that's
you cut
that's
out.
debut.
You cut out. I didn't
Julio.
hear the name you said.
Julio, 2012.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say false.
It's
Parker,
debut.
what did you say?
Debut.
That is false. It was 2011.
I thought it was I thought it was earlier than that. I thought it was like 2010. I thought it was even earlier.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Well, I mean, 2010 was when people started like noticing him because he was amazing in last year at Alabama. So
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Godwin, 2017.
False.
Debut.
That is his debut.
Yes.
Left Penn State, got drafted by the Bucks, debuted in 2017. And last
Yeah.
one, Mike Evans, 2014.
Debut.
False.
Parker with an emphatic debut, and he is right. Mike Evans
Oh,
debuted in
I knew that.
2014.
I knew that one because I don't know why. I just knew it.
Okay. So you knew when Mike Evans debuted, but you didn't know Patrick Mahomes' number. Okay, I'll stop. Luke, you want to go?
yeah, sure. Okay. I've also got some football legends. We've got Brett Favre, 1991.
First time we played this game, I had Brett Favre.
You did? Are you kidding?
Yeah, I don't remember the year. I don't remember what it was though. False. I don't remember.
Parker?
Well, he played for the Packers,
He did.
and
That he did.
and then Aaron Rodgers took over. But how many years was it?
don't
I say-
remember.
I say debut.
And Parker, you are correct.
Yes.
With your odd reasoning, Parker, you are correct.
Rodgers took over in 2008. So I get a point for that.
I get a
Okay.
point.
Yeah. Parker
I
gets
don't get a point for knowing when Rodgers took over.
No.
No.
Worth shot.
Deion Sanders, 1987.
I know that Deion Sanders was part of one of the
False.
draft classes of all time, but I don't remember what that draft class was called. It was the class of whatever year Deion was drafted was like one of the greatest draft classes ever.
85.
It's true. It was 87
False.
or debut. Sorry, it's not true. It's debut.
Parker's right, but it's false, but it's not 85. It's 89.
89. Ah, I
89.
knew it.
Ah,
I'm 4-2. 4-2.
He
Just like
he
Owen.
debuted in 80.
Yeah.
He debuted in 89 with the Falcons and the New York Yankees.
yeah.
2 teams.
Two sports.
Okay, Ray Lewis, 1990.
False.
Oh. Ray Lewis is later than that, right? Yeah. He was around for – there's no way he was around for like 25 years. Yeah, false. That's got to be false.
Yeah, that was definitely false.
Yeah. You both caught on to that one.
Ray Lewis was drafted
I thought
when the Ravens were created, which was 97?
6.
6.
96.
I'm proud of you guys. You both caught on to that one.
Yes.
Um,
Are tied
and
heading
then-
into the last one.
I'm 5-2.
Randy
Oh my.
Moss,
Randy Moss.
1998.
1998.
98? Oh, I
Debut.
don't know this. I'm just
That's
going to say
debut.
opposite. Okay, false.
It's debut.
Ah, no.
Yes.
I had no
That's-
idea.
Let's go.
Ah,
I think I won.
Good job,
this-
Parker.
I won this week. Yes.
you did.
Let's go.
No, you didn't win last week. Ethan won.
No, this week.
I know. I'm just, yeah. I was going to say it was 2 weeks in a row, but I think Ethan beat you last week when he was on.
Yeah, he did.
All right, that
So-
takes us to the final segment, the weird name game. Always got to finish it off with the weird name game. Who wants to give us their weird term? Parker, preferably not in another language, hopefully.
Okay. I got you guys this time. It's English.
Okay.
It's bowling. Okay.
Okay.
It's called a fill ball. Like fill, F-I-L-L, ball.
Yeah.
Full ball.
Is it a ball that you use in like, you know how when you're bowling you get 2 bowls, like you get your first one and your second one?
Yeah.
It's the ball you use on your second turn to try and get the spare because you're like filling that empty spot.
Oh.
Okay.
That's a good answer. The fill ball is not actually a game use bowling ball. It's a ball that you use for practice to work on getting a good amount of spin on it. Yeah.
Good. That's good.
No, false. You're both wrong.
Oh, I thought
Are
Luke.
either of us close?
You're kind of close.
Luke's
It's a
sounded
fill
much
ball.
more legit than mine.
The fill ball is the ball thrown after a spare in the 10th frame.
Oh.
So like you know in the 10th frame
Very
when
specific.
like if you get a spare, you get
Yeah.
one more turn.
You get to
You fill
It's-
in the rest of the scorecard.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the ball thrown that time.
That makes sense. Okay. I'll go next.
All right.
The sport is running, and the term is bonk.
We've done this before. We've done
Yes.
this.
Oh,
You want
dang
to
it.
say it,
Oh.
Parker?
Fine.
You want to say
Okay,
it?
yeah, you can say it. You can say it.
Oh no, that means we
I've
both
had an
forget
off
it.
day.
We both want the other one to say it, so we both.
Oh, I can say it. I can say it.
Because I think I remember what it is, but I'm not super confident. Because
Wait.
one of the first times we played this game, I did bonk, and Parker knew it right away, and I was like, wow, I'm never doing a running term again.
Wait, you say it, and then if I think you're wrong,
I'm not sure I completely remember what a bonk is. I remember that I used it as a word one time.
yeah.
We've been doing this too long. I forget what words we've done. We've been doing this. We've been doing this for about 43 episodes, and 3 words an episode, or 2 to 3 words an episode, depending on who's here. So we'll just say 3 to be on the safe side.
It
So
is a lot of
43 times
words.
3. That's 129 words, and I forget which ones we've done.
Fair point. Especially because you weren't in that episode, so that makes sense.
Parker gone.
Yeah, his screen just says Parker Wolf.
Okay, well, Owen, what do you think a bonk is?
I'm frustrated now because I know I did this, but I don't remember what the word is, like what it means. This is really frustrating. I'm gonna say it's something to do with passing. I think. Oh wow, Parker just is gone now. I think it's something to do with passing the other person in some way.
No.
No, it's not. Okay.
No.
What is it?
It's when you like run out of energy, and each step seems harder than the next step.
Yep.
So I mean, if you're talking about passing, it's probably a lot of people passing you.
Yeah, if you're bonked, you're getting passed. Come on. Yeah. Yep. I'll blame it on how long ago that was. I don't know what happened to Parker. I will.
But we might as well just. I think that's pretty much nearing the end.
But yeah, he'll just miss out on my amazing word, which is in water polo. It's the chocolate whistle.
Like the very last whistle that like determines who won the game, because chocolate is sweet, just like victory.
That's a solid answer. Good logic. It's describes a referee who will not make, who like refuses to make an obvious call because they keep the whistle in their mouth, and if they were to, how does it says they won't make obvious calls and have a soundless whistle like it's a chocolate whistle. I don't know why they decided on chocolate, but it's like when they say that refs
My
are
phone
going to-
died.
Oh, come on, Parker.
I'm sorry.
Almost
didn't
made
know-
it. It was so close.
Yeah, sorry. It died, so now I'm in a different spot. But
Okay, all we have left is my word, which is Luke already guessed. So it's a water polo chocolate whistle.
repeat, please.
Water polo. The phrase is chocolate whistle.
When you're on the bench and the referee blows his whistle for a chocolate break where everybody eats chocolate.
I mean, no. Good answer. It is the referee, but it's when the referee refuses to blow their whistle on like an obvious foul call. It's a whistle.
Okay. That makes sense. Wait,
you know what's
so
better than chocolate?
JG Grable Plumbing.
Yeah.
Well, debatable, but yes, I knew.
No, JG Grable is definitely better. What are you talking about?
So,
Pepper, can chocolate get you $25?
Exactly.
No, but JG Grable can, if you call them and buy any of their services, plumbing services, then you will get a $25 discount if you mention All Sports all the time. And so yeah, go to JG Grable Plumbing at their website, www.jggrable.com, or visit them and call them with their phone number at 717-768, is that right?
Yeah.
3276.
From memory, let's go, Parker.
Ooh, I'm so good. I just remembered that off the top of my head. Wow. Okay. So yeah, go visit them and they'll take care of all your plumbing needs because they're very good and they're very trustworthy workers. Wait, Owen,
That won't do it. Never mind.
did you end up getting bonk?
Oh no, I forgot what it was. I said I think it had something to do with passing somebody.
Oh, I know what it is.
Yeah.
Well, I think I do. It's like hitting a figurative wall, like
Yeah.
when you just like can't
When
go
you're
anymore.
so tired that you just can't go anymore.
Yeah, I was right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Like
job,
me
Parker.
and Luke, if we were to race Parker in a cross country event,
Yeah,
Exactly.
we would get bonked pretty quick. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, you can feel free to share it on whatever way you would prefer to share it, social media. You can find other content on YouTube. You can find this episode or any other episode on YouTube, plus additional stuff that we do on Instagram. We posted a teaser of a trick shots video that will be coming. That'll be for you guys to check out. We've been doing some fun stuff separately, so you guys can check that out. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter, or you can go to our website, which you don't want to type in the URL. It's way too long. Just Google All Sports All the Time podcast, first one that comes up. On an upcoming episode, we will have another special guest. It will be the person who won our bracket simulation competition, and we'll try to have other guests in other episodes because we're on a Zoom call and nobody really has anything to do, so it's pretty easy to get guests nowadays.
Yeah, totally.
So thanks for listening, everybody. Who wants to close it out?
I think Luke should.
Okay, well, like I said, thank you for listening, and we will see you next week.